commissioners of agriculture and commissioners of health from various states in attendance. I said to them that why I'm very much interested in doing the much I can, working with the relevant stakeholders like you, collaborating with those who are interested in addressing the twin issues of malnutrition and lack of food in the country. Now, why I'm very much interested in doing that? Because I have come to realize that the poor cannot sleep because the poor is hungry. I didn't know if you heard what I said. A hungry man finds it difficult to sleep, right? And the people, those who have the propensity not to sleep are those who don't have the capacity to have food in their stomach. And those who are in that bracket are the poor. So I said the poor cannot sleep because the poor is hungry. Unfortunately, people like myself, people like Mrs. Millicent Eke, the clerk of the house, people like Dr. John Onyokoro, my friend who pioneered national health insurance in Imo State, and people like my friend Dr. Ojo cannot sleep because the poor is awake. Thank you, and God bless all of us.
Can we give him another round and standing ovation? He's done a very good job of being the mouthpiece of this organization. So there's little or nothing you do, but you continue to advocate around nutrition issues. I think he has given you an open check. And so those of you who want to use the check, especially those of you at the grassroots, this is your opportunity. The Speaker of the House did not make a mistake for identifying this gentleman to be the chairman of the House Committee on Nutrition and Food Security. On the board, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, for those of us who are just joining this event at this time, it's still the Civil Society Scaling Nutrition in Nigeria, Cs-Sunn, 10th year anniversary, a decade of nutrition advocacy, reflecting on the past and shaping the future. We'll still have present in the room at this time, Professor Ola Anigo, National Coordinator of Academic Research Network, is in the house. Stand and take a bow, please. We have Mrs. Yemi Fawekun of the Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, if she's in the house. Dr. Victor Obodo, Country Representative, FHI 360. Dr. Babajide Adebisi, Deputy Country Director, Nutrition International. Mr. Ebenezer Oluloko, Nutrition Specialist of USAID. And also, join me as we make welcome Dr. Charity Chenge of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Nigeria, to give us her own goodwill message. We'll appreciate if you skip all the protocols and just go straight to chase. And after her, we'll be having Dr. Ojo of Gain to also speak to us. And it's 2 minutes to give their goodwill messages. Who is first? Okay.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please permit me to stand on the well-established protocol. Good evening all. Dr. Charity Chenge, Senior Officer Health, Global Development with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Permit me to bring goodwill messages from Anyam, the Country Director Foundation in Nigeria. We want to really say congratulations to the coalition, to Cs-Sunn, for this awesome milestone on the 10th anniversary of your work in Nigeria. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, like you know, we partner with critical stakeholders, with diverse stakeholders, with government, with academia, with coalition, with civil society and others to partner to ensure that, you know, we are improving health and productivity. And like the chairman of the occasion has mentioned, you can't improve health and productivity of any society or community without securing nutrition and, you know, having food security. And when we look at the theme of today's celebration, it says Decade of Nutrition and Advocacy, reflecting on the past and shaping the future. What it does is to remind me of some of the foundation's value-based behavior. One of it is collaboration. I think you agree with me that the coalition represents collaboration, in particular, diverse collaboration and inclusive collaboration. So you can see that the theme is very much aligned with some of our value-based behavior. The other behavior I want to mention is what we call rigor. And if you look at it, it says reflecting on the past and shaping the future. The aspiration and the desire to reflect on the past shows that we want to use information, evidence from the past to really inform the future. And this underscores, you know, the presentation by Dr. Victor Ajero, my really great colleague, and I have a lot of respect for him. He was able to take us through the journey of the coalition. And this theme reflects the fact that rigor is important, because if you don't reflect on the past, you can't move forward. There's a great saying in Africa that to know where you're going to, you need to know where you're coming from. The last value I want to talk about is what we call optimism. When we talk about shaping the future, it's a way of acknowledging that we believe there's a future in the world. I'm ready to be supportive.
Chairman House Committee on Nutrition and Food Security, the chair of the board of Cs-Sunn, the SA to the President of Public Health, the Executive Secretary, Cs-Sunn, my brother Ogwefi, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I think as I sat down, I was thinking, I remember when we did this 5 years ago. And but before that, I was also thinking, when I came to Nigeria, back to Nigeria about 10 years ago, I connected with Cs-Sunn very soon after that. But my initial engagement with Cs-Sunn, it's made it seem as if Cs-Sunn has actually been around for like 10 years. And, but I remember 5 years ago, and this is a whole lot bigger. So I'm really pleased to be able to come and speak here on behalf of partners of Cs-Sunn. We are also co-conveners of support networks under the Sunn movement and under the oversight of the Federal Ministry of Health, the Sunn Country Focal. Coordinating the Sunn Business Network. So as you celebrate 10 years of nutritional advocacy, we at GAIN and all of your other partners across the country are really proud of the partnership with the network and the network members across our different project and program states. But we are even prouder of the impact that Cs-Sunn has had through these partnerships to deliver some of the key policy shifts itemized by Dr. Victor Ajero earlier in his keynote address. If I have one, as a partner, if I have one grouse, it's that we were not sent the memo about the Ashwebi. we partners too, we want to identify as partners when we come to this event. So next time, make sure that we have the Ashwebi. But as partners, we look forward to working even more closely with Cs-Sunn over the coming months and years to bring the needs and voices of the communities that we serve to the design and implementation of the programs and projects that are supposed to serve them. And on that note, we look forward to 20 years. Thank you.
Please, let's appreciate the last two speakers for the pat on the back. This family, according to them, has done very well and more funding in their coffers. I hope I got that right, sir. Okay. So another round of applause for them so that you can make them bring out that money. On this note, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we will be taking the premiere of the Cs-Sunn documentary, A Decade of Nutrition Advocacy, reflecting on the past and shaping the future. It's a documentary, so just pause and watch that. While that is going on, you have drinks on your table. Please just refresh with that and get yourselves prepared for the dinner and the networking after all of this hard work. If that is not ready, can we take the next item on the agenda? Are you ready, media team? Okay, so let's just take the next item while they are getting that ready so that we don't waste much time. Right now, we'll be calling to the podium Dr. David Olayemi, former steering committee chair of this group, to do a presentation, A Decade of Nutrition Advocacy, reflecting on the past and shaping the future. Are you ready? Okay, right. Just hold on, sorry, sir. I think they're now, we just wanted to buy time. Okay. Volume, please. Do we watch without the sound, or we call the next speaker while they get the sound ready? What did you say? We should call on the next speaker. That is the general consensus. Please, can we have Dr. David Olayemi come on to the podium? Please, let's give him a warm round of applause. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, sir, let me also stand on existing protocol. I've been asked to tell the story of Cs-Sunn for the past 10 years. And I've been given 20 minutes to do that. I have about 28 slides. And I have to present the 28 slides in 20 minutes. Please pray for me so that I succeed. Are we ready? There are 4 sections to the presentation, which is actually, it's supposed to stimulate us somewhat. And I like what Dr. Ajero said, that the story of the next 10 years should start being written now. That's the only way we can get it right in 10 years. I wish we had written this story 10 years ago, so that it would make it very easy for me to make the presentation now. But let me see how well I can try. Well, these are the 4 sections to the story. Part of CSN, that is the Civil Society Network. That's the global body that gave back to CSA Nigeria. CSA Nigeria is what we call Cs-Sunn. CSA stands for Civil Society Alliance. And Cs-Sunn is actually coined from this particular principle. Then the 3rd section is summary of advocacy work so far. And the 4th one, which is the last section, is future of nutrition advocacy aligning with national ambition. Now, the first part is a bit lengthy. I will try to summarize that part because I don't think, it's so technical that I don't think we need to spend too much time on it. Part of CSN. I think this is one statistic that we need to actually work very seriously on. We must get it right by bringing this very sorry. Nigeria had 11.1%. 11.1% of Nigerian children were found to be stunted at this particular time. Now, if you look at other figures, Indonesia was the next one. I see this figure for Indonesia, 7, Bangladesh, 6, and all others that are considered very serious country, in very serious situation, actually had figures much lower than Nigeria. Nigeria was #1. Why are we #1 when it comes to the wrong things? I think this is an area we need to actually look at very seriously. Now, this shows what the arrangement in scaling of nutrition is. What is expected is that we should have in the center is the focal point, and arranged around that are some platforms, 6 platforms that are supposed to be working with the focal point. And you will see where civil society is as one of the 6. Now, there is technical community, there is United Nations, there's government partners, Ministry of Agri, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Education, Women Affairs, and so on are supposed to be there. And then donors also have their own platform, and the business community. Now, all these 6 are supposed to be working with the focal point in the Ministry of Health to ensure that nutrition is scaled up in Nigeria. See, this is where civil society is written, is where Cs-Sunn is standing in the gap for Nigeria. Now, this just shows the countries where these platforms exist, and you can see our dear country, Nigeria, also has its own there. We don't have enough time to go to all this, but it's just for us to have some idea of what this is all about. Now, in the Lancet series of 2013, you can see the framework for the intervention, and it shows clearly where civil society is supposed to be operating. What looks like pink at the bottom represents actions that civil society is supposed to be undertaking. The others belong to interventions, real interventions, nutrition specific and nutrition sensitive interventions, which are supposed to be undertaken. Now, civil society operates at the advocacy part of it, which is at the lower part, the pink part of that framework. And what I've done is to represent that pink part here. I don't have enough time to go through it one by one, because now we want to discuss the path of Nigerian Cs-Sunn. When we were given the mandate to start the Nigerian platform for civil society, we decided in November 2013 to have a visioning meeting in Ilorin. That was where the story of these 10 years that we're celebrating was written. The visioning meeting took place between November 18th and 22nd in Ilorin. And I'm happy that Dr. Philippa Moma was there in our meeting. And you can see the names of people who are represented in that, who are in that meeting. Sorry, let me move to, yes, I think I should move. Yes, these are the people who are present at the visioning meeting. Again, I won't go through the names, but some of us are here. Even the current ES of Cs-Sunn was in that meeting. There were 19 people in that meeting, and we thank God that we were able to fashion out something. Now, in that meeting, the first steering committee was established, and it was a 7-member committee. And you can see the chairman of the committee was our dear late Professor Isaac Akinyele. And you can see Philippa Moma beside him. And others, Senator Olori Egbe was there, the former chairman of the Senate Committee on Health. And then Professor Ngozi Nnam, Sunday Okoronko, the current ES, myself, and the secretary then was Nzirim Rosemary. The first meeting of the steering committee was held on the 19th of November in Kwara State, in the Kwara Hotel. And then you have what we discussed in that meeting there. The first meeting of the committee that happened in Abuja was chaired by late Professor Akinyele, and it was a very, very useful, foundation lay meeting where a lot of things a lot of decisions were taken to get us to where we are today. Okay, this is just another picture from that from the meetings. Now, unfortunately, we started very well, but in February, in fact, on the 27th of February 2014, death visited us and took the foundation chairman away, Professor Isaac Olaolu Akinyele. I think it is proper that we stand up and remember this very erudite scholar and the first chairman of Cs-Sunn at this time, because he did a lot to ensure that we started well. We pray that the Lord will continue to take care of the family. Let us stand. Let us sit down. Now, there have been 5 steering committees for Cs-Sunn since inception. The first set I've already presented, even with their pictures. These 4 columns show us the 4 groups. The first group, 2014 to 2017. The second group, 2017 to 2020. The third group, 2020 to 2023. And the current group, which is 2023 to date. Their names are there. I don't think we have enough time for us to go through this now. The summary of advocacy work that Cs-Sunn has done. Cs-Sunn as a very young organization has done a lot to actually bring nutrition to the front as a front burner in Nigeria. And we have to be very grateful to God for giving us the opportunity to do this. I've tried to summarize what Cs-Sunn has been able to do. Again, we must be grateful to our partners, BMGF in particular, who actually came to take care of the gaps right from the beginning by giving Cs-Sunn at that very early age the opportunity to start something, which we call PACFA. That is Partnership for Advocacy in Child and Family Health project. The other projects were the MPTF, which is a multi-partner trust fund. Again, now that came about the same time with the PACFA, and they were implemented side by side. And then we were able to create a number of goals in 10 states with the MPTF. Then the third one is Partnership for Improved Nutrition Systems in Nigeria, PINS 1.0. The other projects were the Sun Movement Pool Fund Window 2, then accelerating nutrition results in Nigeria, ARNIN, and then Partnership for Improved Nutrition Systems in Nigeria, PINS 2, which is what is being implemented now and will be coming to an end this year. Now, the future of nutrition advocacy, aligning the national ambition. We need to really ensure that we're able to mainstream nutrition intervention into the government ambition, federal government ambition on HCD. This is a very, very important thing for us to do, and that's why the theory of change looks very, very clear to us. Now, this is showing us that Nigerian government has a human capital development ambition. In fact, the ambition says that 20 million young Nigerians will be skillfully given the skills to be able to perform effectively and have gainful employment between now and 2030. What that means is that these people have to be well educated, they have to be healthy, and they have to be very, very, of course, they should not be malnourished people. We have been talking about this, which means that all these things must work together to make sure that we're able to get healthy Nigerians doing the right things for the right reasons and for all of us. If we are going to do that and seriously do it well, then we must get it right by making sure that nutrition is actually mainstreamed into all the efforts of government. That means all the departments, all the ministries that are relevant, and there are many of them, must prioritize nutrition. Indeed, it should be possible for them to have departments, just like a Ministry of Health now has, departments in all these ministries, so that nutrition is actually taken to the highest level of governance. This is doable, and this is something that we must all do. And I'm happy that the chairman of the House Committee is here and will be a very strong advocate in this particular, because if somebody is not around the table, there's no way they will discuss the issues related to that individual, and they will discuss it well. It should be important that whoever is going to be the lead for nutrition in the ministry is around the table when the decisions have been taken. If we wait for decisions to be taken in that fellow's absence, then it's not likely that nutrition will be prioritized. And that is why it is important that we actually get it right. The other thing that Cs-Sunn we need to get right in the next 10 years, based on this Sunn approach, is that and Cs-Sunn has been doing it. Cs-Sunn needs to actually identify all professional bodies who have responsibility for nutrition in Nigeria and make sure that they bring nutrition to the front, to the front or to the top, in their plans. We are talking about Association of Public Health Physicians of Nigeria. We are talking about Medical Women Association. We are talking about Nutrition Society of Nigeria. We are talking about all our Greek associations and all other professional bodies. If we do this, and they are getting it right by making sure that nutrition is always central to whatever they are deciding, then I will certainly be able to move the needle forward, as Dr. Ajiro has suggested. And we need to do that. It is urgent. It's an emergency. And that is something that I believe we should be able to do. I must thank you very much for listening.
You will all agree with me that he did a very good job. So let's give him another round of applause. More recognitions we have in the House. Ambassador Ahmed Shehu, Chairman Network of Civil Society Organizations, Northeast Nigeria and the Lake Chad region. Please, let's appreciate him. I think our documentary is ready, the soundtrack, okay? Okay, so let's go. Thank you.
in the fight against malnutrition. The heart of Africa of progress against malnutrition. For of nutrition in Nigeria, Cs-Sunn has been at the fore projects and programs to ensure that every Nigerian November 2013 in the historic where the seeds of the Civil Society Alliance were sown. In the World Breastfeeding Week in 2014, marked steering committee under the chairmanship of Professor.
My name is Ngozi Nam. I'm a professor affiliated to University of Nigeria. One of the DOT members and of the steering committee, civil society scaling up nutrition. It's when we were invited to a meeting in Ilorin, by us for a meeting in Ilorin to form this Nigeria and the need for Nigeria to having made a commitment to be one of these. So there is a need to form the civil. So that was when I first heard about at Ilorin, we started on how to form the civil.
From humble beginnings, Cs-Sunn has flourished into a network of over 500 members united in their commitment to combat malnutrition. Government and non-state actors to raise awareness actions to tackle malnutrition in Nigeria.
The Alliance, actually 11 organizations in the inception workshop in 2013. And of this, today Cs-Sunn have grown to over cutting across this whole big chapter to the executive of the states.
Over the years, Cs-Sunn's clear strategy and non-state actors, improving visibility from that will sustain the gains of nutrition impacts, belief in the importance of a well-nourished population as societal growth has been the driving force behind the In 2014, the renowned scale potentials of the newly formed Nutrition Alliance of the Multi-Partner Trust Fund, amplified and enhanced the capacity of Nigerian CSO public awareness, influence policy and legal framework, accountability, and facilitated effective organizations.
Coming together to form proposal was written. This was before I joined for the multi-partner trust. Prepare some states for the purpose of advocacy to ensure that things happen in those places. And so they got the funding, Partner Trust Fund project.
Providing technical support and trainings, in fostering the spread of the Sun movement and the and footage of Cs-Sunn's impactful events to their unwavering dedication and the significant stride this decade.
Steering committee has the role of doing oversight. And so through this oversight, Secretariat is implementing Cs-Sunn partners with partners. So the structure, the steering committee ensures that everything is in place, that the network is developed, and so that it guides implementation of whatever activities the Secretariat is implementing.
I'm quite proud to say that there is gaining a lot of traction, and we're seeing a lot of great moves. And also when it gets to the point where we're beginning to see them adopt this kind of approach where no longer kept at the back burner, but now is a core burner issue and aspects of the budget. So I see to be affiliated with this alliance that has achieved so much with the board.
We give kudos to Cs-Sunn, civil. The name we got from the sun. Achievements of nutrition issues, the response calls for collaborative effort, teamwork. Sun is multifaceted. There is the basic one. It's not just the government that can do it. Before, governments are up to some extent, but now, with that particular aspect, the government are the wider local government area and the local community have been reduced. The concept in the nation.
Yes, some have been very remarkable, having wonderful collaboration with them. Government, they have also been very instrumental to driving our policy in developing a national strategic plan for action for nutrition and all the other on nutrition.
In 2015, scaling up nutrition network was established. The network
as, being a driving non-state actors together to ensure engaged in awareness creation on issues
within the Gates Foundation through the development of research and projects. The groundbreaking partnership with Cs-Sunn, with the Partnership for PACFA project, Cs-Sunn, alongside a consortium of government responsiveness on policies, budgets, and administration to address the most pressing challenges in child and family health at the national and state levels. Under the PACFA project, Cs-Sunn led the charge on nutrition advocacy, advocating for the adoption and increased implementation of the National Strategic Plan for Action for Nutrition, NSPAN, in our states. The tangible outcomes include at the national level and in 3 boosts in the 2017 timely releases in Nigeria.
PACFA project led by DRPC at the project center. It's a consult focusing in different areas of to Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Basically, DRPC being the lead organization exercise where Cs-Sunn was identified that should be part of the consortium. Teams, partnership for improving nutrition systems in Nigeria. Of our participation in the concept in the consortium after the PACFA project, had done well in pushing for nutrition budget line creation and some other. And as a result, somehow we were identified by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation as an organization from them to continue the work which we started under the PACFA project.
The journey of impact continued with projects and programs. Nigerian nutrition systems, Bins 1 and 2, Sun Movement, Pooled Fund Windows 1 and 2, in Nigeria, ANRI, and others. Each project symbolizes Cs-Sunn's commitment to driving sustainable change and fostering from its roots in 10 states with the multi-part. Cs-Sunn's influence has expanded to 20 to the Population Reference Bureau, DRPC, BM of others, for making the Sun movement to cut across the 6 a reality.
I am happy to say that with those fundings, the PINS project was of the Federation at the time spread across the 6 geopolitical zones. And so we have a focus on some chapters in the states. And the PINS project, the funding from the PINS project allowed us to do that. So we trained CS to form what we call state chapters. And then they have to meet a particular criteria before they can become a state chapter.
Research Network of Cs-Sunn was actually created as a result of the effort of and through the full fund that was obtained from the movement and the part of the academic and research network establishment. Since the establishment of the academic and research network, this kept the network going. They have supported us in many areas. Cs-Sunn, which is the academic and research network of Cs-Sunn, was actually created for the government of Nigeria in being able to generate evidence that will help to support the policy and decision makers.
It's a strong and reliable partner. We don't suffer. But here's a implementation. Since from the projects. Working with them. Just don't leaders. It's a government and
the CSF did at the inception was actually to also make some money available to the alliances and national level to be able to set up itself. But when I do that, exactly given to the Nigeria Alliance in order to be able to set up great society organizations and that really a lot. So in terms of working documents across the national a lot to do that. And also in terms of alliances, we're able to do quite a lot.
As we stand on the civil society scaling up nutrition in Nigeria, so all who have contributed to our journey, together we have enduring partnerships and lay the groundwork for a future where nutrition secure. Join us in celebrating a decade of relentless
all the members of the nutrition family members. This documentary 10 years of advocacy, and it was not just business as usual. Business. On this note, we want to have Dr. Ogich Nisa in Kirunwelum Nutrition and then advancing nutrition in Ada. Are they in the house? Could you just okay. Oh, yes. The moment we've been waiting for. We need to have a new branded logo. Please join me as we make it's a female. We need to be gender sensitive. Let's make welcome the BOT chairperson, Mbang Kofre Ada. leading the change at this. As a child has been crawling and walking. The challenges this organization has are the successes. Congratulations to you and your team. To make welcome the distinct occasion, the man who speaks in the classroom is to study nutrition, but I think has done knowing the subject matter. Chike Okafor, Chairman House Committee, as they unveil the Cs-Sunn.
We'll be projecting of our new logo. Is there a countdown? Countdown is coming up, isn't it? So. So I believe this is are we through? So please, can we rise and look at the new anniversary? Ensuring that we have food and so very much. So on that.
No. The unveiling of the new Cs-Sunn. So put your hands together once again. I think the next thing we do immediately is to go to take your seat. So let me to the president, who is also the focal person on working core committee, coordinating all the development partners who have do in nutrition. Chairman of a BOT, please come also. Chairman of the steering committee. I saw something that looks like, sometimes when we have an outing, not everybody planning. I saw Cs-Sunn 10th anniversary local organizing committee. The chairman, please come. Come on. committee, the local organizing committee. Please. For him and the members of his committee, Dr. Felix Iba, Dr. Goodness Chidi, and Kingsley or Charge. Put your hands together for yourselves.
And we cannot forget Dr. Mrs. Moma. Please, can you come and join? Yes, you have to be here, ma. Just walk delicately and come. Then we also would like to invite, please, can we have you here? BMG, Dative here present, UNICEF, please. Oh, thank you very much, very much. No, we don't. Oh, yes, very important. Dr. Mrs. Leaka, please meet you, Leaka. We are invited. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you very much. Here and I looked through the program and Uju Anwoka had made her remarks. Had missed something. So, but let me say this. When I introduced, I put her maiden name. Yeah. Anwoka. Let me say this clearly that I got into public service from banking where I spent 14 years and rose to very high level of one of the best and fastest and greatest, biggest, most profitable bank in sub-Saharan Africa. My communist public service was when her dear father appointed the Commissioner for Finance, position Finance Commissioner of Imo State, from where I see any of his offsprings. Of course, they're my younger ones, so I always, when you go home, tell Daddy that I'm still ever grateful. All right. So I'm going to give you a microphone to take us through this stage. Uju Anwoka.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman of the occasion, and of course, the Chairman of the House Committee on Food, on Nutrition and Food Security. I say nutrition first because exactly, and it's good to see nationally. And I dare say that His Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Kashim Shettima, GCON, is also passionate about nutrition and has said that he will stay committed to being an advocate for nutrition. So in the cutting of the cake, wow, I thought I was just here to give a special remark, but this is an honor. And we can see that the colors of this cake are typically known for purity, but I'd want to say that white also signifies collaboration. Stand for growth, right? And I believe that for every nation to grow, nutrition is required because it is linked to the human capital development of every nation. And of course, we have the orange. Who can tell? Hope? Come on, let's give orange. I'd like to say that let's give orange for a brighter future. Yes, with nutrition, seeing that it would help us move away from that poverty index, right? nutrition is one of the key pillars. But I'd like to appreciate Cs-Sunn. Honestly, the work you've done in 10 years, I was watching the documentary. You deserve a huge round of applause. Please, let's put our hands together for Cs-Sunn. In unity, in collaboration. Nutrition, or do we spell Cs-Sunn? Cs-Sunn, because let's give the accolade to all the work that has been. So we say C, please join in. S, U, one more N. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. 10 years of impact. 10 years of impacting lives. 10 years of making sure that every and any Nigerian good food, but that of very nutritious food. Once again, congratulations to Cs-Sunn. We're looking forward to the next 10 years. So if you believe that you will also be physically present, healthy enough and present enough, very relevant enough to be part of the 20th anniversary of Cs-Sunn, let me see your hand up. Say, yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Don't be discouraged. It's hard to you can decide out and let darkness inside you makes you feel so colors that shine. See your true colors. That's why I love you. So don't be afraid. Impactful advocacy. The cake is the icing on all advocating for nutrition in Nigeria. I understand that the Deputy Director in charge of nutrition in the Ministry of Budget, Mrs. Clementina, if you're here wherever you're seated, please just wave so that we can acknowledge your presence. Okay, ma'am, you're welcome. We'll bring again the dancers to thrill the audience. And after that, we're just going to run very fast so that we're trying to manage the time. And after that, we'll have the Voices of Impact, Niger State, and thereafter to be followed by award presentation. This will be done by the ES himself, and then we'll take the vote of dinner and networking. So let's have the dancers quickly. Backbone cultural troupe depicting the hunter going bushrat. Call on the representatives of Niger. Please, could you just come forward and present? If you make it brief, we'll appreciate. So, Niger. After Niger, we'll have Nasara, so please just come close.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a long and a very powerful partnership between government of Niger State and Cs-Sunn. Occasion to congratulate the Cs-Sunn and all the partners of the unworthy assistance to the government of Niger State. Here, I just my wishes with me here on behalf of Niger State. Thank you. Yeah, one of the high points of partnership is the establishment of the State Committee of Food and Nutrition. And we had the local government levels, because whatever is happening at the state level to local government is an issue for us. Besides, just like the honorable member will say, control resources, but if you don't plan along with the local government level ends there, and you don't get results. Besides, control or have the fields of operation at state levels. Big legacies of what we have enjoyed from Cs-Sunn, they were able to help us strengthen the operations of the local government. So as we speak today, the entire 25 local government area very functional for local government food and nutrition committees. Thanks. In terms of the domestication of policies, of nutrition, we have the nutrition. But what we look at is the outcome. What it makes us to be more focused. The government focusing more on resource allocations. So with this efficient and effective resource allocations at the state level, efforts of Cs-Sunn and other partners at the state level. Advocacy has increased. Cs-Sunn has bridged the bridge between us and the citizens, the legislator. It is now the on the executive side, what do you have? A huge bridge that was built, and that's what they're leveraging at the state level. Asking us, have you increased the budget on nutrition? Let's discuss budget, and this is what one of the gains in advocacy. On the other side, again, we're also working in terms of having the nutrition in the next as a result of this partnership. Thank you very much. In terms of budgetary allocations, it's been a rough ride because Cs-Sunn on our next always calling us to say how much have you allocated for a steady rise in the last year. I think for 2020, provision for it. And because at Planning Commission, where the Secretary top all the MDAs and all the partnership coordination in Niger State, we're able to in addition get additional 100 million naira from it to fund the UNICEF partnership that for us, that's a big gain. And thanks to the, I think for us, commission level, that's what I just told you now. We just, in addition to the 128 million naira or so, we have through the other platform gotten for us over 100 million that we're going to be signing in the next few weeks. That again is because the Ogwefi in the house is always on my neck. They stop me day and night. Yahuza, let's do something. You have the 100 million. In the next week, it's going to arrive your table. Thank you for the partnership. I look forward to greater partnerships in next years ahead. Thank you very much.
Good evening, all. I respect the protocol. Isa Abdul Osama is my name, from Ministry of Finance, Budget and Planning, which is coordinating activities of nutrition in Nasarawa State. I want to join my colleague from Niger State to congratulate Cs-Sunn family for coming a very long way. 10 years of implementation of advocacies in our various states. And I think we have really enjoyed their service. First of all, I want to say that before the coming of Cs-Sunn in my state, we have a challenge by the nutrition focal persons of line MDAs in trying to, write effective memo or a report on the course of our meetings. But with the coming of Cs-Sunn, they actually gave us a workshop on the proper coordination of activities of nutrition, and that is working for us. As I talk to you now, we have a functional state committee on food and nutrition in Nasarawa State and the local government committee on food and nutrition. They are working very efficiently. I don't know. It's not working. Yes, Cs-Sunn, before the coming of Cs-Sunn, I think we have developed a health sector plan for nutrition, but later we make it multi-sectoral and they contributed a lot. In fact, our state policy on food and nutrition was supported by Cs-Sunn. We want to thank them very much. Last year, our multi-sectoral policy on nutrition has elapsed, and Cs-Sunn came aboard to support us to review the documents, which His Excellency have launched in February this year. And so we want to thank Cs-Sunn for that effort. Yeah, the coming of Cs-Sunn around 2015 has brought a lot of relief for Ministry of Finance, Budget and Planning, because their advocacies through top government officials, State House of Assembly and others has improved our budget allocation for Nasarawa State. All the line MDs working on nutrition space now have a dedicated budget line for nutrition, and effort is being made to release some of this money to the MDs for them to work on nutrition activities. So we thank Cs-Sunn, and through the effort of Cs-Sunn to the state, we had a discussion with the head of service, the governor, the need to establish a nutrition department in line DS. As I talk to you now, we have 13 line MDs established with appointed directors. Now we have 13 directors of thanks to Cs-Sunn. And of launching this multi-sectoral plan of action on nutrition, a passionate appeal on the window of opportunity that UNICEF have. That is multiple micronutrient supplement. On that day, and he has approved the sum of 150 million naira, which arrangement to transfer that money to UNICEF for the. So I want to thank you very much. This is so far what we have done with Cs-Sunn. So thank you very much.
Director, Niger State Planning Commission, Madam Yahuza Abdullahi, and Director Abdul Osama. for your presentations. We'll make welcome to take us through the next award presentation, the Executive Secretary of Cs-Sunn. Sir, please could you make your way to the podium? This is the time to reward excellence. He's coming in majestically and graciously. Can we just exercise? It took the very long route to very proud.
Thank you. All right. Thank you. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, everybody. It's been a memorable 10 years. And so many people made today possible. Worked behind the scene, contributed their money to make sure that Cs-Sunn survives and is celebrating 10 years today. And to celebrate their contributions. And so with the approval of the steering committee and following past officers of the Alliance had to be appreciated today. Some will be presented with certificates of commendation. We wanted to say thank you to each and every one of them for their contribution, for their pro bono work, make today possible. And so I would do it this way, with the permission of the chairman of this occasion. I will call out their names and to help us do the presentation of the award to each and every one of them. And so we'll start with presentation of plaques to our past BOT members. We've had people who the Alliance as chairman of the Board of Trustees. And in the last 10 years, we've had 3 people who have played this role. Say thank you to them, to appreciate them for all the hard work that they've put in. To the podium, the chairman of this occasion, to please do the honors of meeting. Thank you so much. Yeah. Not in any other, but as they come, they will come to collect. Okay. The first person I want to call is Dr. Chima. Let's put our hands together as she comes. She acted as the board of. She was almost going to, how would I put it? And played that role, kept us together. Say thank you to her. I think she stepped out briefly. Let's go to the next one when she comes. I would like to call, can I have this? Okay. The next person, Dr. Philippa Moma. Can we put our hands together? She was there from the beginning. She was my boss. She gave us all the support we needed. So can we appreciate her as she comes? Where are the photographers, please? Keep clapping as she comes to collect the word. We want to say thank you for the great things you've done.
Thank you. Of your commitment, yes, on.
All right, thank you very much. Now, the next one, I would like to ask one of my guys to help me collect this award on his behalf. He's a board of NI Nutrition International. I'm talking of Dr. Davis Omotola. He is the past BOT chairman of the Alliance, and we want to say thank you to him for the great things. Dr. Jide Adebisi will collect it on his behalf.
So when you get home, tell Dr. Davis Omotola that Cs-Sunn appreciates him and that this award is given to him in recognition of his outstanding leadership, his vision, his dedication, and commitment to Cs-Sunn these past 10 years. Congratulations to him.
Thank you very much, sir. I think you can go back to your seats as that will call to the next. Please let's appreciate him. Thank you very much for that presentation. Another person, I think I'd like to call up my friend. I was privileged to be part of the NCWC National Core Working Committee that is supposed to support the vice president around coming up with innovative ways of combating nutrition in Nigeria. And she can call you up 11 in the night. She, when you're giving assignments, you're required to make sure you deliver. To call the senior special assistant to the vice president on public health, the nutrition focal point. Give the awards to the next set of people. Past chairmen and chairwomen who've performed wonderfully and would like her to please present. Is also a board of trustees. She's not here. And I would love somebody to collect Ngozi Nam. Finian, you're from Enugu, you're close. On our behalf, and make sure it gets to her. Can we put our hands together for our Enugu State on behalf of Professor Ngozi Nam? Thank you very much.
On behalf of the civil society Scaling Up Nutrition in Nigeria, this award is presented to Professor Ngozi Nam in recognition of your unwavering Cs-Sunn Nigeria. Thank you. Please deliver this award to her.
Thank you very much. The next person, I want to call him because if you hear of the success of CS, backbone and also my backbone, I would say he's also my teacher. Because when we started working together, I remember those days at times I would write documents and I was to me, I would see red all over. At times I get so angry. I ask myself, I say, after all this hard work, all this, I become better. And I think he's one of those who made me what I am today. I'd like to call one of our past just did a presentation here. Let's appreciate Dr. David Olayemi.
It's true. The blue. I can share your sentiment.
Distinguished ladies, it means that the person has given their time and efforts and dedication and commitment to the growth of an organization. So in recognition of your unwavering service and commitment to Cs-Sunn, Cs-Sunn, or Civil Society Scaling Up Nutrition in Nigeria, presents this award of service to you, Dr. David Olayemi. Congratulations, sir.
Emotions, they will only make us proud. You go, I know, but you know.
Thank you very much. I'd like to call on the next awardee. He's also my very good friend. When I say very good friend, a very good friend of mine. In fact, I think his tenure as the steering committee chairman, I think at times when he stands, he will be asking, okay, it's during my tenure, all of you decide to just go crazy. But the truth is that he was also is a very strong man. He weathered the storm. And I tell you, where we are today, he's one of those who made it possible. Because if he gave up, probably we would have all drowned. Please join Ife Dilichukwu Innocent for his play.
Someday, well, you wonder what seeing him when that day.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you will agree with me that there is a correlation the organization and its committed members. And I'd like to give this award on behalf of the Civil Society Scaling Up Nutrition. Excellence being presented to Ekene Ifedilichukwu Innocent in recognition of your unwavering service and commitment.
Please let's appreciate the essay as she goes back to her seat. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The next is two very important committees. Life of Cs-Sunn where they worked magic, permit me to use that word. The first one was the Constitution Review Committee. We hold AGM every our AGMs. I was telling one of the coordinators, I say, you guys have come, you just do me bass goes anyhow every time. Because it's usually a wonderful time where accountability is required of you in your work. And so these two committees, at certain times in the life of the alliance, made sure that the right things were done, and they are part of those who made us succeed, and that we're here today. I know there are past, but these ones, they stand out. And it's only wise that we recognize and I will start with the Constitution Review Committee. In one of our that we had a lacuna in our constitutional memorandum of understanding. And we interpretation here. And at the end of the motion was passed that there should be a review. And the mantle fell on somebody to make sure this happened. And his committee member did a wonderful work. And the constitution we have today, people, it's our constitution and everything written on it is binding on us and it guides our work. Please permit me to invite to the podium somebody who will do the presentation on our behalf. Permit me to call on the BOT chairman, Dr. Kufre Mbang, to help us present these awards. Please appreciate her. Okay. Permit me to call on Barrister Ibrahim Azara. He's my friend. He's a lawyer. He's a nurse. He runs a... And when the time came, he had to bring, he dropped his nursing cap and put on the cap of a lawyer, and he did a good job.
Yeah, Barrister Zara, I am privileged, honored your efforts in the committee that was essential for the Constitution review. But to seeing you continue to work with us to achieve greater heights. Thank you so very
Much. Now, the second committee was also one that rose up to the occasion when the need arose. And that's the committee we call the Reconciliation Committee. Yeah, go ahead, put your hands together for them. The Constitution was reviewed, there was need to reconcile, to help us lay our swords down and move forward. And we had to call upon some people to stand in the gap. I think I'm telling you part of our story. It's been a wonderful journey. And the man who led that team is no other who are you. Let's appreciate him as he comes.
About a thing. It's meant for him, isn't it? It's because he's always cool, calm, collected, and very amiable, isn't it? Thank you so very much, Pastor Olusegun Adio, for your great effort to patch us all together. And I can assure you with your efforts that we are going to be one big happy family, not just now, but in the future to come in 20 years, 30, 50. Amen. So thank you very much, your award, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate our beautiful Board of Trustees chairman, even as she goes back to her seat. Please.
Bring back all the memories.
Okay.
Memories, bring back memories.
Now, no, because I was privileged to be in a lorry in 2013, to visioning workshop of the Alliance. And in that meeting, I think I was and women. I say so because it was really of ideas. It was a time that serve more of how we can actually transform Nigeria. And some people who would steer the ship, who would start leading the alliance. And as at then, there was no project, there was no money, there was nothing. And an election was held, and one professor, a renowned professor, the chairman, steering committee, and was supposed to steer the ship for the next 6 months to help the. Although he's late, but we believe that it will be wrong to celebrate a decade without the fact that even at times had to spend from his pocket to make sure things work. He's not here with us, but his daughter is right here with us. And And she'll be coming to collect a posthumous award on behalf of the father. I'm talking of Professor I.O. Akinyele. Now, go up. Thank you very much. Thank you. And to present this award, give the award to a professor. Permit me to call to the podium the National Coordinator of ARN to present this posthumous award on behalf of Cs-Sunn to Professor Anigo. Let's appreciate Dr. Fumi Akinyele as she comes to collect the posthumous award on behalf of Professor I.O. Akinyele.
In recognition of the contribution, though it's late, but we know it's still living because it has contributed to the life of many in the nutrition community.
I'll go back. Yeah. Okay, before I'd like to call on the steering committee chairman, a very gentleman whom I've been privileged to work with in the last 1 to 2 years. He's somebody at times I call up around 10 in the night, 12 in the night to help me do something. Let's appreciate our steering committee chairman as he comes to present the next award, Malam Chindo Sodangi. Please put your hands together as he comes to present this award. Now, this award is going to the past son, my boss, my Oga, Mama Nutrition. I think I was privileged to have worked with a woman full of experience, a woman who treated us at the national children. She saw the Cs-Sunn as a family, and how would I say, it was wonderful. And the truth is, she's been in the nutrition circle for a long time. We saw her as a great asset to the alliance. And the truth is that whenever she stands and speaks, people listen. And she's well respected in the nutrition space. Please let's appreciate my boss, my former ES, Mrs. Beatrice Eluaka. She comes to collect her award.
Excited and privileged in recognition of your unwavering service and commitment to your services.
Please appreciate her as she goes back to her seat. Now, before the chairman goes back to his seat, Beatrice Eluaka came in as the executive secretary And she was also my boss. You say yeah. And permit me to use, was like, she's a soldier. I don't know if you know what that means. She's a known given work to do, you must deliver, and deliver as at when due. She is currently the nutrition specialist covering Port Harcourt, Enugu. Thank you very much. But she's not here with us. She sent her apologies. Our project manager to collect on our behalf. So program manager, Dr. Goodness Ayan, as she comes to collect, please appreciate her for
welcome, and I'm happy to present this on behalf of Ngozi Unora, in recognition of. Thank you.
trendybeats.com.
All right. I think one more. She stepped out, and she stepped up when we needed leadership. And assembly leadership as a board of trustee chairman. Stop and made sure we moved ahead. Sir, Dr. Chima is back, sir. You to give her up, like Mr. Chairman, sir, yes, sir. Let's appreciate him as he comes to give her. I appreciate Dr. Chima as she comes to Zamakati.
Thank you very, very much, Dr. Kekimel from the Civil Society Scaling Up Nutrition, having served in the capacity as chairman, you did, in recognition of your outstanding leadership. Commitment to Cs-Sunn. Congratulations, man.
No, thank you very much. Please let recognition and commendation is for past. Each and every one of the past SC chairmen had them, people who helped them succeed. And we want to certificate of commendation to say thank you for the hard work. And I'll start by calling my very good friend, 360, Dr. Victor Okudo, to please help us present. We appreciate him as he comes. So I will call as you come. Let me start with my, he's the Deputy Country Director of Nutrition International. Let's put our hands together for Babajide Adebisi.
Awards, because the reward for hard work, you are going to outdo yourself. So on behalf of Cs-Sunn, Babajide, I have the honor. A certificate of commendation for all the support and hard work.
Please, let us all, it's still remaining, sir. Don't go, sir. Please call to the podium Dr. Fumi Akinyele. She was also a member of the steering committee. Let's appreciate her as she comes.
Dr. Fumi Akinyele. Certificate of commendation on behalf of Cs-Sunn. Thank you for all the hard work and support. Okay.
I have also another friend in the house who was also. Let's put our hands together for Dr. Dan Gadza. Soft-spoken gentleman. Please let's appreciate him as he comes.
Okay, Dr. Dan, on behalf of Cs-Sunn, to present you with this certificate of commendation.
Very much, sir. We have others. And I'll like to recognize them. Barrister Yinka Lawal will get it. Dr. Architect Julius Ibechole. We also have here Aisha Wakaso, and we have Zika. Thank you very much. Taking so much time. I'd like to call to the podium somebody who will help us do this. Then we have staff who's been with us for 7 years and above. We've to them for their work at the Secretariat, for the hard work they've been doing. And I'd like to invite to the podium the co-chairman of the Civil Society, gentle and loving woman, my friend, if you permit me to say that, Michelle Robinson, as she comes to present the Long Service Award to staff. Comes quickly, and I would like to call on the staffs to quickly. Veronica, please come. We also have Lily. We have Oguntade. Share them as they come.
Many lovers has come and many lovers.
Dari, okay. Jonathan Adekunle. Oh, my part. Okay, okay.
Baby girl, in other words, forevermore, I'll be here. The joy of sin, you can't hear.
Chaco Richard as they come, one of our officers for his long service award.
Step in the name of the Step in the name of the man.
Last one is me. How do we do it?
Oh, singular to story. I'm honored.
This long service award in recognition of your outstanding to the growth and development of the National Secretariat of the Sun CSA. God bless you. Thank you.
Baby girl, in other words, nevermore. I'll be here. I'll be here. My whole life's full of joy and sin.
Well deserved. Congratulations. We're gradually up this program. The chairman. It's unusual to find a legislator still sitting at this time. And it was no mistake, he was made the chairman of this committee. Family, he loves what he does. Thank you, sir. We also celebrate to the president on nutrition and still sitting down, just one of those who came early to the hall. On this note, we're rounding up, and this is my last call on the podium at this time. My name is Princess Juma Idonije. I've been your MC for tonight. And we will call finally Malam Sodangi Chindo Adams, the steering committee chairman of Cs-Sunn, to wrap up today's event. Thereafter, we'll have dinner and networking and also photographs. Have a wonderful meal. Bon appetit to all of you. Enjoy the rest of the evening. God bless you all.
Yeah.
Marlon Sodangi, Chairman Terry, please, you have the floor.
Yeah. Big love. Enough love. Right.
Baby, don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid, mom.
Show your love.
Let me see something.
I'll give you a trust. So your love.
Let me hold something.
Quality time.
You want it? Yeah. It's time for big stuff. Yeah, coming to you live and you.
Thank you. The 10th anniversary of Cs-Sunn. Chairman House Committee on Food and Nutrition. Our keynote speaker, Dr. The seniors invited guests honor our invitation to this. We consider it a privilege is like you join us today. Thank you. My task is to deliver a vote of thanks. And so if I call a group that you belong, if you kindly stand up for recognition, please. Let me start by acknowledging the founding fathers of Cs-Sunn. We are celebrating today Professor Akinyele of David Olaimi, Dr. Philippa Moma, other founding fathers here present. You have sacrificed your time, your energy. Today, with our staff and our families, we have had our capacities built. Our organizations have been strengthened. But most importantly, Cs-Sunn is in the life of women and children in our communities. To the local, my friend and brother, Mr. Ekene Ifedili Chukwu Innocent, the immediate past SC chairman, great team. It is obvious that you have worked without sentiment to deliver a framework that is all-encompassing. And today, and here, wherever we stand, we're all here. We're all happy. So we thank you for this wonderful job for you for opening a new chapter of harmony and cooperation that will propel our great alliance of service delivery. Thank you for your work. Mr. Sunday Okoronko and the dedicated the foot soldiers of Cs-Sunn. Thank you for being there 247. Thank you for working tirelessly to implement our decisions, to implement our activities. Sometimes with the way you handle criticisms from all across, from all over, with my apologies, we'll correct it. And I think that is why we're here. We couldn't have done it without you guys. So we are, no matter what, we want you to know that the BOT and the steering committee knows your worth. And thank you, and please keep it up. The distinguished BOT members of the BOT, Dr. Kufre Ada Mbang, Dr. Esther Manza, Dr. Tafa Kene, here present, my colleagues at the SC, our esteemed state coordinators, for creating the enabling environment for all of this to happen, and for unleashing that reposition Cs-Sunn as a going concern. To our partners, government at all levels, BM, UNICEF, World Bank, the public, we don't take it for granted. We'll continuously strive accountability and transparency in the conduct of all our activities. We are most grateful. Thank you all for being here. God bless Cs-Sunn. God bless. Okay, so would like, where is the ES? Please come and call with the distinguished members, with the dignitaries, and then we have pictures with all other people, please. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Please let's appreciate the chairman as he goes back to his seat. I think we're going to, every one of us would love to have a picture with you, Mr. Chairman, sir. And so we're going to start. I don't know, should we do it up here? All right, sir. Please come up, sir. And then please, all the BOT members, let's start from there. And also the essay to the Vice President, please. Let's appreciate them as they come up for the photograph. Okay. BOT members, please come.
Back to reality, back to life. Back to life, back to reality, back to
Now, after the BOT members that are present here, the past SC chairman to please come and have a snapshot to join them. Please, can we start coming past BOT here present? Please come. Dr. Moma, Dr. David. Sorry. The present SC chair, please, can you join them, sir? So that co-chair, please come. Dr. Dan Gadzama, please join them. Co-chair, quickly. Yeah. Join them, please. Sorry. Sir, no, it will be too long. Okay. Thank you very much, sir. I thank you, ma'am. While you have partners, please, partners. Sorry, here present, please, would like to have a snapshot with them. The BOTs can go back. BOT chair remain, please, ma'am. BOT chair, come, stay. Okay, SC chair too, please, partners. You're forgetting you're not in party hall. Thank you. Please all SC. And please come quickly. SC members here present, pass. Quickly. Can we please hurry up? There. Yes, you're still here. Sorry. Thank you. I'd like to call our partners from the state. my very good friends, Ogaya Huza, SN of Niger State, Nasarawa State. Please, can we come for photograph? Who else?
That's all I wish for in my life. Why did she have to go?
Are you serious? SNA Kano, please come. Sorry. No. Where's she? All right. Thank you. Thank you. Now, state coordinators, quick. All state coordinators, quickly. Up. Sorry. Imo coordinator, where are you, Mazi? Mazi, where are you there? See him. See him here. Come and show yourself. See him. Yeah, some of you come up, please. Come up. Please, yeah. You got joined in again.
Set my heart on fire. Make me a woman. I'm proud to burn.
Yes. Okay, Essie, please come and join the state coordinators. Oh yeah, quickly, please. Essie members wants to join quickly. Sorry. All right, we can go back. Thank you very much. There are some national partners that have come out, so I will start calling them their names. Oh yeah. Come, national, come. Okay, she come. Quickly. Dr. Ajero, I'd like to join the picture, please. My former Oga, please, ma. Can you join them, please, quickly? Thank you. From MDAs, ministries that are here. All right, thank you. Now, why didn't you come, Chris? How about Chris? Are you? Please, the rest of us that have not taken photographs, please come now. Okay, let this one finish, then Secretariat will come. All right. Priscilla, you're not joining us. Please join us now, please. Now, please don't go yet. Don't go yet. Please come, Yes, no, not yet. You don't have to go, man. Sorry. Oh, call them separately. Okay. I know her. She's my friend, sir. With your internet only. Okay. All right, thank you very much. Please, the entourage of the honorable member of the house, quickly. Please don't go, ma'am. Sorry. Secretary Toya, get ready to come. FC, quickly, come now. FCT, where are you? FCT member. Cs-Sunn FCT, where are you? Before they come with your beautiful. Okay, are you the only FCT? FCT members here present, quickly. All right, thank you very much. Secretary, quickly. Oh yeah, now come up, please. Can some of us come up, please? Please. Let me help you come up. Oh yeah. Yeah. All right, thank you very much.
And as a matter of fact, the phone's not right. You please talk to me, babe. Because a girl like you, like I came from you. So let you try to take your feet, make you all in love. And we should be together, be together. It's like that, it's like that. Every step I take, you will be there.
It's true. Can't do. I can.
Please, hello, hello. We need to conduct ourselves carefully, please. Honor is due. Now for the dinner high table to please go take their food. This front row. Not for everybody. Please.
You all comes over wine. But you know just what to say. And I want to tell you so much. Long to see the sun. And tell you time and time again. Yeah. Sometimes I feel my heart will over. Hello.